Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Last time, it was the first part of the second day of the trial of the third chapter. Today, we're going to go to the second part of the second day of the trial in the third chapter. Because, yeah, we kind of have, our sights set on Acro as being the culprit. But where's the motive? I think it was just an accidental murder. He meant to kill somebody else. Yeah. So let's go. Recording all this in one sitting because why not? I can't believe it. Acro. It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. I think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus. Unbelievable. Ahem. Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did. Psst, 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 cough. He's just a little twerp, isn't he? Well, that's one way to put it. Cough. Hey, pal. Oh, you're gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence. Ah, Detective Gumshoe. Ah, forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyway. Now, Detective, I'm sorry. Now, why don't you relax a little? We've got something, we got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, Detective? Oh, well, if you insist. Now, about that evidence you mentioned, what is it? Here you go. Oh yeah, the scarf! Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room. The result of our investigation. You can look at it later. Or we can just look at it now. Bat's scarf stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper. Oh my freaking god, okay. Won't Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on no basis. We're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now is going according to our plan. Von Karma looked like she was in a pretty big hurry, though. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were put into place. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me. Got a message from the prosecutor for you. Judgment comes at the very last instant. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm going home. What do you mean by that? The very last instant part? Everything he said seemed pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Don't scare me like that. Looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. Eh? For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it before it spoils. Why is everybody giving him milk? An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me? Why is everybody giving him milk? Is there a milk bust joke here that I'm just not getting? Alright, whatever. Score the now session. Shall we continue our proceedings? Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Nope. Okay, about the ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the very big circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That's my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro could kill the man he held in such esteem. You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. See, I don't think I can get anything out of that cross-examination. Because I don't think his love for the ringmaster is in question. I still say it was an accidental murder, so no, I won't question him. There's no need to cross-examine this witness. What's that? Why was the ringmaster murdered? There's no need to delve into that bit of testimony when I know the answer already. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. What was Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster? How about it? Can you explain that to me? He didn't have one. Because by it being an accidental murder, that means that, like, that was never his intent. He never had a motive to kill the ringmaster. He had a motive to kill someone else. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. See? Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools are so full-heartedly foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was. This is the real killer of Russell Berry, ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro. You didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murder plot was not the ringmaster. He did not plan to kill Russell Berry. What? Order! Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is, smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. Okay, then. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court? Ow? Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Yeah. Bop. Yo! Regina Berry? This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? Objection! You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited, leading question. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to do is say, you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough! Mr. Wright, allow me to... Ow! The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now. I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl. Ba-da-ba-ba. Yo. Acro, do you have any recollection of seeing this? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? No. There's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. Order! Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours. It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. that's when her father, the ringmaster, read the note? That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake. Instead of Regina... Oh, instead of Regina. He wasn't leading to something else. Okay. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today? Lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. So that's why yep, see? He had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza. Because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. Then if he would have missed... And then they would have... His plan was incredibly dumb. Like, incredibly dumb! Cause if for some reason the bust would have missed, they would get him for attempted murder. If the cloak never snagged onto the bust, Mo would have seen the bust getting pulled up instead of thinking it was Max flying away. And then Acro would have been the immediate suspect. This trial was only possible by a fluke. Like, a freak accident is the only reason everything happened. Oh, okay then. And then, even if he did kill Regina, she would have been wearing the cloak. Mo would have looked out the window, seen the bus, seen a dead girl. This is the... Okay, then. And that's when he let the bust fly. Hey, Nick. Isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. Hope Regina can handle it. Acro wrote this note to Regina. Objection! Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolishly tomfoolery. You're so foolish you even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Uh-huh. That's a line in the note, all right. Well, and if the note was sent to Regina Barry, it must mean that this note is declaring that Regina Barry is a murderer. Bad anatomy on that arm there, just saying. You know, I tried to do that pose myself. Kind of gave myself carpal tunnel. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? The incident 6 months ago. An incident occurred 6 months ago. And now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron! Wait, are you sure that it relates to this present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. Conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually... scarf. What? This is it? Well, kind of figured that I'd try and get rid of... Oh my freak... Really?! Really?! Oh my god. So then what? Is it going to be the pepper? Well, great. Now, oh my god, and I can't press B to get through all this crap. Alright, then, see you in about 10 minutes of me pressing A. Hey, I'm finally back at the conclusive evidence thing. Boy, that took forever. So is it going to be this, then? The small seasoning bottle, and then to tie it in, it was like, oh, well, wait, on this scarf there's traces of pepper, and you know what happens when you inhale pepper? You sneeze, and Leon sneezed with the pepper, and then chomped down on Bat's neck, and... Apparently not. Or maybe apparently so. What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean? The victim would arrive and try to take away the wooden box. That's when they discover the decisive evidence found inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Objection! Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? What? Wait, was she trying to make Bat sneeze? And that's why she put it in his scarf? But then he never got a chance to inhale it. It was, Leon that did. Who is this? That is Acro's younger brother. Okay, well, at least I'm on the right track. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingley. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. Oh my god, is Dingley supposed to be like dangling? Like they're dangling because they're acrobats, so they're dangling from a trapeze. Oh, lion! Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Not necessarily, police train, police dogs to attack criminals and sniff for drugs and stuff. Alright. All they gotta do is just give them the command and they'll attack somebody. That's how they know to attack, criminals and not normal people. So, yeah. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. So then what happened to Acro's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? Yeah, it was just an accident. Suppose it was truly an accident. It's essential that a man knows when to give up, Mr. Phoenix Wright. It's impossible to prove Regina's involvement in a murder attempt, isn't it? Ha! Instigating the lion to attack. Whoever heard of something like that? And to think that the defense claimed this was conclusive evidence. No, it is. It is. A small bottle of pepper. A lion. What's their connection? Are you freaking serious? Well, I think he finally gets it. What's the matter, Nick? I figured it out. Wow, it was right in front of my nose the entire time. Yeah. I mean, yeah, just... Frick. Whatever. Your Honor, wait. What is it? The lion-biting bat was no accident at all. Yet, no, it was. It was! What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There was no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being. Okay, I'm just going to do this just in case, just for peace of mind, because I do not want to have to go through all that again when I screw up and have to restart. But Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, Bat. So I present the scarf now to go along with my theory that she wanted to do the little clown trick thing and make him sneeze and put the stuff in his scarf. Thank you. That's just a scarf. Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is the one that gave this scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina! There is something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave this scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal. Don't say that in reference to what I'm doing to Dingling right now. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Regina gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bat was bit by the lion, for a moment the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling. However, lions sneeze. Whoa. Leon didn't plan on biting Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. He sneezed because of all the pepper spread on the scarf. What? You fool! You've got to be kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object. For objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really plan to say this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot! So it's a joke of an accident to you, huh? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true? Acro. You can't mean, witness! Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bust on top of the Ringmaster, where's the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof to be more precise. Murder weapon. The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. The bust. Nick, you've got to do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. Just playing it safe here. But how would things... why would waiting to see... Screw it, get a search warrant. The defense requests to search the room of the witness, Ken Dingling. What is it now? It looks like you still haven't figured things out, have you? By now you must know the meaning of Von Karma Total Justice. You mean... Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. It looks like the coup de grace in this case was ever so sweet. But, what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the important evidence here is about the death of the Ringmaster. I think you should remember that. Arg. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust. Where is it now? Where's the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'm sure you do. No, I don't. It's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? Seems as if this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. Now, if you'll please excuse me, Mr. Wright. I think that brings to an end the cross-examination of this witness. Really, Maya? Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue. Huh? What? We need time to do what? Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? What? Is he talking to me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait. You can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the lines, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well, the defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue. I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward. The murder weapon. Where's Max's bust now? Gonna do ahead and do a little save right there. Okay. I don't know. Are they gonna pull some bullshit and it's like in his wheelchair or something? Okay, I don't know where it would be in the lodging house. They checked his room, it wasn't in there. Somewhere in the big top, how could Acro get in there without help? So... he's putting his life on the line. So maybe he has, like, just the ultimate risk. Since this is a risky case in general, the ultimate risk is that it's in his wheelchair cushion or something. I don't know. I watched Rumble in the Bronx not too long ago. They had diamonds in the boy's wheelchair cushion. So maybe a freaking gigantic bust is hiding. I don't know. Screw it! It's obvious the bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obvious? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all. Balls to the wall? Acro. I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off of your wheelchair? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you're a big guy. You have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. So I wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it really seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there. Are you meaning to tell me this all could have been frickin' solved if we saw his full body sprite from the get-go? Ha! 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 Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you could laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you couldn't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it, in the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Could you please remove the blanket from the wheelchair? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. You fool! How could you? Well, he admitted it. Okay. I was hoping for like a real breakdown, but I guess not. And I guess this won't go to a third day. You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Two of them. Miss Franziska Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How'd you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence. The cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust... obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of the court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. I don't think Von Karma knew. But alright. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. No, I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. I failed. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that. It doesn't matter. Now, though, it seems as if we've arrived at the truth. Acro? Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Acro. All my brother did was want Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. One day my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf in pepper. I know she didn't want anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never, ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believed in that so purely. She would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decide to do something about Regina. What do you mean by that? So are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Okay, sorry to ruin the mood here. You said that's why he pinned it on Max. No, he had no choice. He had no choice but to pin it on Max. Because nobody would have thought it was Max if it weren't for the fact that the cloak, you had no part in this. You just went with what everybody else thought. It was by random chance that Mo and Ben suspected Max, and you just rolled with it. You did not frame him. The framing was by pure luck. Oh, okay, whatever. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Yeah, I don't feel satisfied after all of this trial. Now I see why a lot of people are just like, yeah, this one is, yeah, probably the worst one in this game. Although, to be fair, I don't know how the last one, or two, I don't know if this one has 4 or 5 cases in it, but yeah, I don't know how the last 1 or 2 will play out, but so far, this is probably the weakest. Anyway, phone. Alright, whatever. This court is adjourned. Fabulous. But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Congratulations! Congratulations, Mr. Max! Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about Acro. No, 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 no. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Huh? Well, that's a new sprite. She's been like this for a while now. Yeah, it kind of was. It kind of was. I'm not even gonna mince words here. It kind of was. No, like, all of this was her fault. I mean, granted, Acro, he went on the little murder plan on his own. But still, everything was her fault. Like, even the note, like, in her airheadedness, she could have just crumpled it up and threw it away. But no, she's like, oh, this must be for someone else, because I'm not a murderer. And then the dad saw it, he's like, oh no. And then he went there because, you know, he knew his daughter, you know, kind of screwed over Acro and Bat. And, yeah. Had she not posted the note on the little bulletin board there, her dad would be alive. Probably. Like, nobody would have been at the plaza at that point at 10 p.m. And everything would be fine, probably. Maybe Acro would try again another day, who knows, but yeah. It is all her fault. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just keeping it 10 times 10, my friend. It's all her fault. Sweetie pie. Bad Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina. Okay, well, you recovered quickly. Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Acro said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Acro, is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? I mean, I really want to go with this because I don't really care for Regina all that much. But yeah, we'll make her. We'll calm her down, I guess. I'm not that much of a heartless monster. He's not going to do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? You're really sure? I can believe that? Yep, Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, I want to see some evidence. Huh? Acro said that all the time to you, so I thought it'd work for me too. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have anything to show her. I kind of want to do that. Because of the fact that, like, he saw that his attempt at revenge just ruined everything. So he doesn't want to try again? Screw it, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So what about this? Now do you understand there's no need to worry? Okay. Alright. No one ever tells me the truth. No one ever tells me what's going on. Dope. Looks like I made a mistake with that one. Poor Regina. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay you a fee and rip up the contract. I understand. Such a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? That's the big question. Our wingmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn the circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen. Don't laugh. Amazing. Yay, I can't wait. And I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max, let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help him out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better of without me, okay. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today? We've got to work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the Berry Big Circus without Regina Berry. Max? Nick? It seems like everything is going to turn out alright here. I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen. We'll save you the most fabulous seats. God, I was not expecting this, like, super happy sprite from him, like, out of nowhere. It'll take us a while to get ready. I'm gonna order special whoopee cushion seats. Yeah. Well, that trial's over, and I made, Regina, wait, I see what made the case. Just like you thought, yesterday's search really paid off, sir. You had it all figured out yesterday, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? What the hell? Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. Do me a favor and try not to be too harsh on Acro. Once I get back, I'll make a stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office. What? Sir, I'll be waiting for you. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth. What? 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 I'm confused. So what? He was watching the trial from the... He wanted to discredit Von Karma and... I don't know. Alright, but a brand new episode has been added. Farewell, my turnabout. Okay, then. So that's gonna be it for today. Next time we start Farewell, my turnabout. And there's art of Franziska right there. But as I was about to say before I was so rudely interrupted by confusion, also that ends well, I guess, despite the fact that I made Regina, like, super depressed, and it doesn't seem like her character evolved at all, just that she realized that everybody lies to her. Hopefully I will remember to look up what the proper thing you're supposed to show her is, and what lines of dialogue she says after that, and yeah. Thank y'all for watching. Have a great day, and see you next time for this. I'm just so very confused, and I don't know what to think anymore. I mean, I knew he wasn't dead, because, I mean, I'm playing this game long after the fact that it came out, and, you know, Edgeworth has his own spin-off games. But he was watching the... whatever. See you all next time. Goodbye.